position to line his partner Lee Hae-wen perfectly up. Still got it. Good angle. A little more distance than he would have liked. But it was a nice recovery shot by Lee Hae-wen.
And now it should be plain sailing. Lee Hae-wen from Shenyang. The man at the table now, Fu Jianbo from Hangzhou. Keeping the deficit down to manageable proportions. Youngo and Regli had the chance there to take a 3-rack lead at 6-3. The chance was wasted. Will it be expensive? Will the Chinese now get on a roll and reach the line first? Against top quality opposition, Alex, those kind of opportunities need to be seized upon.
Yeah, for Ronald, the way he missed that 3 ball many times on the TV table, it's not even the nerves, direct nerves, the thought about winning or losing, but just the intensity of the situation, which makes it harder to keep and maintain your focus.
Well, rueful smile beginning to crack across Fu's face. It's an illegal break. Just a reminder that in order to break off legally, you have to pot a combination of 3 balls, or they have to go across the head string. So you can pot 2, 1 across the head string, pot 1, 2 across the head string, or 3 and 3. Whatever the combination is, that's okay. But the requirement here has not been fulfilled.
Team China looking for a position to put the cue ball and play a push out. Last time they played a push, they got it back and lost that position. They did not come with a good solution. And now again, I expect Switzerland to give this back unless they're able to make a full ball contact on the 1 ball. If they can stop the cue ball there, maybe crawl behind the 7 and send the 1 ball up table.
You called it, Alex, but not quite a full enough contact on the 1.
At this point, Youngo is looking nervy. Last couple of shots, he hasn't looked steady. He's not staying down on the shot. He pulls the trigger. He releases the shot pretty quick. He's not bringing the quality that he can.
Now that was interesting. Although the Chinese potted the 1 ball, they potted it into the left-hand half of the pocket. Had they knocked it to the right-hand half of the pocket, position would have been much more straightforward than this. The cue ball would have been nearer the cushion and the 2 would have been straight in. "40-second shot clock in operation in this tournament. Each team is allowed 1 40-second extension every rack. The Chinese taking theirs here. Still just about enough room to pop the 2 anyway. Alex Fu is out of sorts, isn't he?
He misplayed that positional shot in the previous rack where the 4 ball was over the pocket. And now this one. Well, it started with his own mistake, the way he pocketed the 1 ball. And then it backfired. Three ball passes perhaps, but not the shot to go for. Also because the cue ball will travel away from the 4. So would need it to be played hard to go back and forth. Possible shot is to play a kiss shot off of the 8 ball. If the cue ball 3 ball is lined up straight towards the 8 ball, then it's something to look for. It's definitely a shot many players would look for. Ronald now perhaps trying to save. Yeah, the nerves are kicking in. Players are really having trouble staying down on the shot to make a good delivery.
Body English there to try and get the 3 ball into the middle pocket, but it caught the right-hand jaw, stayed on the table. I think one of the reasons players get so nervous in this tournament, apart from the fact it is so prestigious and that they're representing their countries, they're also involved with a partner. They're not thinking individually, and it's maybe they're out of their comfort zone.
It works as a magnifying glass, just as when family comes to watch or your best mates. When you're doing well, it's great and awesome, and when you're playing bad, things tend to get worse and worse. But Jungo here came with a good shot, good speed. Fu going for the hit and hope. Needs to make a good jump though. A lot of distance.
China on the floor, literally, and in this rack.
I cannot imagine Fu trying to pocket the 3 and expecting the cue ball to stay on the table. Pocketing the 3, he's playing for a half ball contact, and with the speed and height that the cue ball is coming in with, it will always go out of the bed of the table.
Well, the chance was wasted in the previous rack by the Swiss. This is an even better one, Alex.
Yeah, the Swiss team is winning it thus far with their safety game. Both teams are missing shots, but Switzerland is playing good defense, forcing errors from the Chinese, who are failing to make proper escapes. Missing kick shots, the jump shot we just saw.
Regley has the task of potting the 9 ball. And take attention on this one. The Swiss are 3/4 of the way to launching the PartyPoker.net World Cup of Pool with a major upset. That's because they lead the defending champions, the People's Republic of China, 6-4. Ronald Wrigley has just spotted the 9 ball in rack 10, breaks off in the 11th. And it's a legal break as well. And if that 2 ball stops, a good break. Switzerland going nicely, 6-4 up on China. That means they need 2 more racks to book a place in the last 16 against the 16th seeds Indonesia or Sweden.
And now is this for a break, Phil? Things really coming in Switzerland's way. Jungo looked at that 8 ball that is close to the 9, whether it goes to the side pocket. If not, now would be a good time, having this angle on the 2 ball, to stun draw it and trying to clip the 8 or 9. Make sure you stun it enough so you never ever draw behind the 8 and 9. So he missed it. He's still alright, still has position. But it was a free shot to develop the table and make it somewhat easier.
The second time in 3 racks they've missed the 3 ball. Agony.
I think the 3 ball was missed by Ronald because of the conditions of the television table. You want to play with less side than you're used to in the club, because you need less, and also because the slickness of the cloth pushes the cue ball more away when applying side.
Well, 8 and 9 disturbed, but this is awkward cueing.
Yeah, their judgment is absolutely faltering. So not only their execution, but also their shot selections. This is a gimme for Jungo and Wrigley.
Back in July in Bangkok, Thailand, China won the World Snooker Cup. Ding Shunwei and Liang Wenbo prevailed. That was a remarkable achievement. Just heightened Cue Sports' interest in China even more. But having won the World Cup of Pool twice, China's hopes of a hat-trick are fast fading. Switzerland have 2 elementary pot Alex to be on the hill. And there it is. The Chinese looking glum, and understandably so. 4 racks potentially remain. The defending champions have to win all 4. It's uphill from here, but of course with the winner break format, you never know, things can turn around quickly.
No ball in. It's now China to push out. No, China can opt, because it's not a legal break, to let Switzerland in, and Switzerland will be playing the push out. It's a difficult position with the center of the table occupied by 5 balls. Whichever side of the 1 ball you will show to your opponent. They will have big targets, big zones to look for safeties.
The crux of the push-out dilemma is that you want to leave your opponents awkward, but of course you don't want to leave yourself awkward should they put you back in.
You're an underdog to win the rack if you're playing a push-out, because you're giving initiative away. I like to tie up the balls to at least make it a very tough layout to finish in one inning. So they're leaving distance and just a glimpse of the one ball for Lee Hae-Wen. Should watch out for the double kiss. Pretty naive, I think, from Lee Hae-Wen, trying to avoid that kiss whenever you don't see the pocket because it's blocked by the object ball. You're sure to get a kiss when trying to go behind it. Good play by Switzerland. They have missed balls, they have misplayed position, yes, but they played good safeties and they've played a couple of good push-outs. Nice stroke by Jungo. And that feels nice on that table. Finally letting the stroke out.
On the verge of quite a victory. They've achieved David and Goliath results before in the World Cup. They beat the USA 8-6 in 2007 on the way to their best ever performance in this tournament, a quarter-final. But I think beating China, the defending champions, would certainly equal, if not beat, their achievement of overcoming the men from the Stars and Stripes.
And they sense blood, really taking their time. As you said, winner break format. You never know if it's your last chance or not. Nice attempt by Jungo. Good enough position on the 4 to be able to pocket it, but position on the 5 ball is another thing. Very difficult to judge how the cue ball will deflect after hitting the 4. Be sure to hit the 9 or the 6, but the thickness of the hit will decide speed and angle of the cue ball.
I think they would have accepted that before the shot.
Oh, this is tough. He can elevate the back of the cue, the butt of the cue, and play to stun draw it to the left long rail or roll it in. Steve Davis, I would like him to roll it. Jungo, I like him to draw it.
4 pots away. The losing team in the first round receives $3,000 to split. If you get to the last 16, you're guaranteed $5,000. So patriotic considerations and also financial considerations.
Nice stroke. Opted for the full-blooded draw shot. It's a nicer hit. Trying to float in between the 8 and 9. Requires a gentler touch.
Almost there. They will be yodeling in the streets of Switzerland. Get ready, shout it from the mountaintops. The defending champions are out of the World Cup of Pool at the first time asking. Switzerland outstanding. A shock result to start us off.
A sensational result for the unranked Swiss duo. China, the defending champions, are out. Seeded teams will have taken note. The unfancied filled with optimism. Coming next, Indonesia take on Sweden. The winner now faces the prospect of Switzerland in round 2. A very different proposition from China, but proof, if proof is needed, that there is no easy route to victory in the PartyPoker.net World Cup of Pool.